Saturday, February the 25th sees Charlton play Bury and it's the club's annual Academy Day. What is it about the Academy which makes this club so special?
Well, I think any professional club that has an academy has to have the ambition and objective of progressing players through to the first team. That's certainly my number one objective for this academy, always has been. And I think what we've been able to do here over a number of years now, even when I first come to the club, I think the academy had or the youth setup at Charlton was quite renowned. And I've just tried to continue that alongside many other good people here and progress young players through to the first team.
You must be sort of proud when you look at the Championship and the Premiership and you can probably name 6, 7 key starting players who have come through the Charlton Academy.
Yeah, it does make me proud, and I think it makes many other people here proud who've worked with those players over the years. I often look at Premiership teams and the Championship teams and feel that we could comfortably put a team out now full of Premiership and Championship players. And I don't know whether I'll cover everybody here, but when I see the likes of Ariarta, John Joe Shelby, Carl Jenkinson, in more recent times, of course, Jordan Cousins, Callum Harriott, and then even more recent to that, Adamola Luckman and Joe Gomez. We're almost up to a starting 11 there that have come through the ranks here in very recent times.
Valley Gold has obviously been very key for the Academy over the past few years. We all know the story about the Academy almost closing down, but Valley Gold money helping to support it. And it is the fans who are keeping this Academy running and keeping the pride flowing.
Well, I think my message to the fans once again, and I've said this on countless occasions, is a great big thank you for their support. Whether it's going back 5 or 6 years when the Academy, I feel, was under threat at that time because of the club's perilous situation financially, and Valley Gold stepped in on that occasion, but they continue to support us each and every year, and that enables us to do so many things. It may be that we go to a tournament or a pre-season training camp with the support of Valley Gold. It may be that it contributes, as they have done most recently, with minibuses, 2 minibuses, fantastic minibuses as well, that enable us to travel in comfort. And that support, those minibuses support our full project system with Harris Academy. So important to us that.
You mentioned about being able to go to tournaments. Obviously, we've had things like the under-14s and the Udinese trophy. All of these sort of things shows that the progress isn't just in the under-18s, under-23s. It's right down from the under-7s, under-8s and above. Yes,
well, we play in 9s to 16s play in development football. The league football doesn't start until under-18, and then of course on under-23. But nevertheless, even at 9 to 16, it's important that we do enter competitions when they're available, tournaments, whether at home or abroad, even sometimes maybe a festival of football, which is different to the week-to-week development games programme. So we try and do that with all our teams throughout the course of a season, and we've had particular success in this last year, as recently as the under-11s winning a festival at Norwich, the under-9s who won the Premier League festival at Swindon, and I go back to last summer where our under-14s were very successful in the UDAN International Tournament in Sheffield, and I remember attending that final and getting so many compliments along with the players from many neutrals on the day about the way our boys played. So it's important that our teams get that experience of competitive football, where winning actually carries something. I want the players to be exposed to that.
So obviously over the past few years we've had a lot of players make first team appearances, but if you look at the sheer number who have made over 100 appearances now for the first team, it really shows that the Academy is playing a vital role in the first team's performances.
Yes, we are, and I think that's why I've stayed at this football club and worked for this academy for so long, because I'm a youth developer, and I do believe that if young players are going to have a chance of developing, you've got to be working with them for a period of time. So we've tried to maintain some continuity here with staffing, not just myself, but other people. So there's some longevity to it, which I think always helps players in their learning and their development. And then, of course, our number one objective is to produce players for the first team. The managers, over the past 2-3 years in particular, even though there have been a lot of managerial changes, they've nevertheless seen what players we've got within the academy setup, and they've felt that certainly quite a number of them have been able to progress into the first team environment. When they've got there, it's not just been about making their debuts after a few appearances and then being sold on. We've got good examples here. You can start with someone like Chris Solly, who's up there around about the 200 mark, I believe, at the moment, and still playing first team football. And I get a great deal of satisfaction out of seeing Chris Solly step out onto the pitch every week and still thinking to myself, he's an academy graduate. Makes me very proud. People like Jordan Cousins, who made over 100 appearances, Morgan Fox would have been near that mark as well, Callum Harriott. So players progress. That in itself, I feel, makes us as an academy special, because people see that, parents see it, young players see that, and they don't just make their first team berth and then they're looking to move on, or the club is looking to move them on. Inevitably it will happen at some stage. We understand that. We understand that to stand in the way of someone like Ademola Lookman or Joe Gomez is very difficult, when a Premiership club comes in for them. But I don't think we lose sight of the fact, I certainly don't, that by that stage they've already contributed to first team performances and results and made an impact at that level. So we're certainly not selling players here and getting rid of players at 15, 16 years of age. Players are going beyond that, into that first team environment, making many appearances. Some of them are already still here. And that's what I think makes us special. That there is that pathway, but that pathway is maintained in terms of how the fan sees an academy player playing first team football, not just a few matches, and not just certainly a half season wonder, but for a sustained period of time.